And we're back once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Jesus, here with my co-host, Jose.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And Nigel.
Hey, howdy. How we all doing?
Nigel's still playing Invisible Man right now. He's got the whole issue with VR chat still. We're still working on that.
I'm still locked out of my account, so it's just working with the customer support difficulties there.
But it is what it is. We'll still work with him here in spirit.
Great.
So we do have some stories here today. There is one I think has been the talk of the internet all week long for a little over a week now too. But the whole Titan submersible, unfortunately, terrible news that they did not survive. Apparently, it did implode. I don't have the specific date as to when. I don't think they verified that, did they? I know
From my understanding, I looked at the news about it. So they believe that all this occurred, and they might have updated it. Maybe they got some new info. So please, obviously correct me if I'm wrong. But from my understanding is that they may have imploded even before the Coast Guard got out there. So we're looking at probably hours. I think I forget. I don't know the exact timeline. But obviously, they lost contact within the first few hours of the descent.
Right.
That's probably
And then
it imploded.
You think when they lost contact?
But lost contact, that was the signal. Okay.
But you have to remember, you have to remember, these guys aren't thinking that this has happened. Obviously,
lost contact and they've regained contact again.
Right,
at one
and
point.
they've regained.
Yeah,
exactly. It has happened before, obviously because of the way the thing's made. Anyways, so some time went by. Once it went past a certain deadline, that's when they contacted the Coast Guard. And they said, hey, we lost contact with the submersible, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, Coast Guard went out there, deployed some microphone buoys, and they said if there was an implosion, they would have heard it. Like, those buoys would have picked up if an implosion happened.
So then it probably did happen before. I know they said they heard some banging.
Early.
Yeah, and I think they were saying, I think I also heard some people say maybe there's some update about that too, saying like, hey, maybe those were the signs of the implosion and stuff like that.
That's what I was thinking.
But I'm thinking to myself, I was like, I figure it would be more than just two like thunks, things like that. I'd figure again, I'm not a specialist, or I'm not a specialist in any of this, so I wouldn't know. Maybe that's just like what it's supposed to sound like, but I just figured like an implosion would, give a bigger sound.
So here's what I was researching out of curiosity. I started watching some YouTube videos about, what happens when a submarine implodes when it gets to crush depth, right? Because they're rated for a maximum, right? And once they get past that maximum depth that they can go safely, then you have a very high chance of implosion. And what the videos were showing is that, you'll start to hear everything kind of cave in. You'll start hearing creaking and everything, but it happens in a matter of seconds, right? So that means that, with as small of a submarine as it was, obviously it's going to happen a lot faster. So there's a chance that maybe the thunking that they heard or the banging they heard was probably the submarine beginning to implode and then the final crush,
Like a tin can.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I understand
basically what they were doing.
Yeah.
Right. I think I understand what you're saying. I figured, if it's going to be an implosion, I think of explosion, things like that. But,
but it's a different kind of an explosion. Like, and you're right. Like there is heat that's generated because there's all this pressure. You know what happens when you have high pressure, right? Typically you're going to have heat that's generated from it. So that's more than likely what was happening. It's starting to get really hot in there to explosive levels. Like, that's something else that the video was saying, is that, if there's any gases or anything in there, the oxygen-rich gases in there will cause explosions within, but then also the crushing force of the ocean itself on top of the actual submersible. So you've got
how far deep they were. They said it was like 4,000 feet.
Holy shit! Yeah, I forgot what they said. Like, the German U-boats for World War II were rated for. I think that they were rated
they weren't even rated for that low. I think German U-boats were only like 600.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's pretty far down. Like, you have a lot of pressure on you at 4,000 feet. I think they said it was 2 miles below.
Yeah, a few miles below.
Which is 2 miles.
Yeah, like 2 miles. I think is what they said.
10,000 feet.
Yeah,
there's 5,280 feet in a mile.
Right,
so it's 2 miles, but that's really deep.
Yeah,
in a tiny little flimsy looking sub. Have you seen the photos and the videos of the sub, right?
That
Okay, let me
thing
see
does
here.
not look
Safe
no.
at all.
And I
Like,
think that
what do
they
you
even
think?
told the CEO about it too. Like, hey, like we have some concerns about.
Yeah, they warned him.
Yeah,
They
he was
warned the guy.
warned. That he was
Oh,
like, nah. Look, it's fine.
It's fine.
Fine. Well, it's
Fine.
not fine. He's dead.
Yeah, now he's dead. Look at you, Mister
Yeah.
Fine.
I know. You took four other people with you too, unfortunately.
I mean, and the sucky thing was, man, it was all
Could have been avoided.
It could have been avoided. It could have been avoided by hiring more competent people, or it didn't even sound like incompetence. It sounded more of like just paying attention.
To what the fuck you're doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
because the warning signs were there.
Yeah.
But
Like
see,
everyone was saying something.
Like this sub is not safe,
yeah,
and they still pay 250 grand
a person.
each a person. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's 5 people on that submarine, and the 5 that they
So what
had
is
there,
what is that at that point? Is it that's just negligence?
I would say
Yeah.
so.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the part of the CEO.
It's safety negligence because he was told countless times that, hey, I don't think this thing is going to be safe for a trip down to the Titanic. And also, why are you naming it after the fucking Titanic? Titan? I mean,
Titanic.
yeah,
Maybe because it's marketing. I don't know.
I guess, but I
My
mean, you're
brother's
kind of
dog
setting
name
yourself
is
up for
Titan.
failure at that point, don't you think?
Oh, jeez.
We think
I
he
mean,
jinxed it.
yeah, I think so.
You think he jinxed it?
Look at the Titanic, man. You need a Titanic, the unsinkable boat. What happened?
All the memes
Maiden
on the
voyage
internet, even
sank.
after
Yeah,
dude,
maiden
it's
voyage,
so-
it fucking sunk to an iceberg. Barely touched
it's
it and it
absolutely
died.
crazy. It's absolutely crazy how soon this happened, and then the internet is just having a heyday with
Oh,
this.
the
They are
internet
relentless.
has zero fucks given. The
You think
internet is just
Going ham on this thing.
I'm
no
seeing
rules barred, man.
the most common meme I'm seeing online is that the ghost of the Titanic have some new friends.
Oh,
And
fuck,
that's
that is bad. That is so
I
bad.
know that's pretty bad. But they're showing clips from the freaking Titanic movie.
The movie.
Oh my god.
yeah. And Celine Dion's song has been trending now, and it's now a
Really?
top top 10
my god!
stream song on Spotify
No
right
one
now.
Are you serious?
cares.
All over the world. Yes.
No one cares
Yes.
anymore.
The theme song from the
Jeez.
movie
No one cares.
is everywhere now.
It's nothing sacred.
No,
No.
apparently not.
No, not at all.
And it's kind of rough because like this is still very fresh for those families
To the
too.
families,
That's
yes.
and
Yeah.
it brings up a whole point that I've seen online before brought up as well, where it's just because people are kind of desensitized to the fact like, hey, it's a rich family getting themselves into something like this. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a human.
It's a human
It-
life.
it-
Yeah, it
yeah.
doesn't matter, rich or poor. It's a human life.
It's just, and it kind of sucks to see like that's how
The internet's
most
treating it.
people- yeah, like how internet is. And ultimately, I think that's kind of also like the majority of like, I'm not gonna say everyone thinks, but it feels like it's going towards that kind of area. Feels like the whole hive mind is going towards like,
Yeah,
it
it's got the
was-
whole
it was
mob
a rich person.
mentality kind of a thing.
Yeah, it was like it was a rich person that died, so sucks to suck, And
Yeah.
I get it. They're rich. I'm not rich,
But they
we
kind of
should care.
did it to themselves. I mean,
Yeah, and
they
that
paid
too. They also did it to
$250,000
themselves.
each.
But
They
again,
signed a waiver.
Well,
states
that one
you could
guy,
die.
Suleiman,
you know.
he paid not Suleiman. Sorry, let me pull his actual name up. That was the name of his son, Dawood, Shahzada Dawood, and Suleiman Dawood. Shahzada paid $500,000, so he paid $500,000.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, to die. It's kind of like people that go skydiving. You know,
Yeah,
you
the
sign waiver.
adrenaline
Stop that.
junkies.
You
you
stop
sign the
that,
waiver.
Jose.
You know it's possibility.
He's you
stop
know what?
it.
Die,
I
you
want to
die.
go.
He has a
I want to go
point.
sky. I want to
Why?
Go skydiving. Stop
Why the fuck would you put yourself in harm? Oh, don't worry, we've done this thousands of times before. You're in a rickety ass plane. Sounds like it's about to fall apart. It was up like 14,000 feet in the air. The guy behind you's like, oh no, don't worry. We've only had one failure on the chute. What?
That's why you have a backup chute.
Yeah. And that one only
Oh.
fails 1 in 100 times. That's not very good odds still. The 1 in 100 times is not good.
Still don't like that. And he's like, well, you still might survive the fall if you hit a bush.
Yeah,
If you get it.
I'm being facetious. Obviously, I don't even know if those are the actual statistics.
Yeah, we're
No, I think it's something crazy. It's very, very,
Yeah,
very rare to
I
survive a
guarantee
fall.
you
What?
they
if we still have.
probably do all their checks, make sure a trained professional make sure that those parachutes are packed correctly.
Oh
And
Oh
yeah,
yeah, of
backup
course.
chute. Yeah,
you're usually attached to a trained professional when you're
yeah.
skydiving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Until you,
great too.
I forgot how many jumps you have to do in order to finally go solo, and that's like that's like a big deal in
There's
that
quite a bit.
community.
Like Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Did you hear that
Yeah.
he did his own
Does his own
stunt for the most recent
He
Mission
always does his
Impossible?
own stunts.
I know,
He's
but
always done that. Yes.
this one's
yes.
crazy. Like the director was, you should have seen the video of it on YouTube. Director was like fucking freaking out, thinking we just killed
He's gonna
Tom
die.
Cruise.
He's gonna
Tom
die.
Cruise.
He literally took a fucking motorcycle and
Off a cliff.
drove off a cliff
Yes.
and parachuted.
Yes. He's a beast.
But he didn't do it one time. He did it 6 times
Exactly.
to get the right take,
The right shot. You gotta get the right shot.
which means they destroyed 6 motorcycles in the process.
No,
That's the only
but
sad
you know
part.
what they do. You know what they do with those things, right? You know they don't have like actual legit. That's the actual motorcycle. What they end up doing is probably hooking up some like 2-wheeler. They probably put like a fucking goddamn lawnmower engine in it, and then there you go, Tom Cruise, right off with that.
I don't know. I mean, you got to have enough force. You should see the video. It's a very, very big incline
I
for that
don't-
hill that he's jumping off of.
Yeah,
Because
it
he's
was
going up
legit
a
motorcycle.
ramp.
Movie
Yeah, it was going
magic,
up a ramp.
movie magic.
Tom Cruise magic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Tom
Tom
Cruise
Cruise
magic.
magic.
Him and his Scientology magic.
Scientology.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? The Scientology.
They got all the shit, man.
Isn't he a Scientologist? That he's the
Yeah,
one that's yeah.
But is that what's giving him this
Yeah.
superpower to not die and all these stunts he's doing?
I think so, man. He's able to
Injecting him.
teleport from point A to point B, no problem.
At least we know
He's
he's
their
real.
little test
He's
subject.
legit.
Yeah.
He's a real ass actor.
That's
Yeah.
good
Does
though.
his own stunts.
Yeah,
And
that's really good.
Like LeBron
Dedicated.
James needed a stunt double to film that Space Jam 2 movie.
Really?
Are you
Yes.
fucking serious? A basketball movie
Movie.
and you need a
animated.
stunt double.
You need a
It's
stunt.
animated.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Whereas Tom Cruise is jumping off a cliff 6 times.
Hold on.
Didn't he actually in one of the movies
Yes.
break his ankle?
Who, Tom
Or hurt
Cruise?
his
Yeah.
foot? Yeah,
Tom
hurt
Cruise,
his
yeah.
foot
Yeah.
in some sort of way.
It was one of the Mission Impossible movies, wasn't
think
it?
it
Yeah, I
was,
think
yeah.
it was one
I
of the
think it was,
Mission
yeah.
Impossibles. He was jumping from building to building, and he fucked up his foot or something.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
screwed up. He guffed a
Ankle or
landing or something, right? Scuffed a landing. on it.
Yeah, and you can see it. You see it happen, and then he still like powers through it. I think.
Yeah, he's still running
Damn right
through
he
it.
does. Yep.
Oh my god, I don't know if I could do that.
That's why he gets paid as much as he does.
Yeah, that's probably why he does that, to get more money. He's like, you know what? I'm not splitting the bill with
The stunt double.
with a stunt double. I'm taking the whole green
This
home.
this is why I'm a jerk. All right, this is why I'm a jerk. You ever hear the stories? You ever hear the stories from like him being a fucking jerk? He's like, this is why I'm a fucking jerk because
That's why I'm an
he does
asshole.
earn the right.
It's a tough
Asshole.
shit.
He's earned the right to be a jerk.
That's true.
Think
You
about
know what? Whenever you're
'Cause
doing
you
shit
gotta
like
respect
that, you
it.
know
Yeah.
what? I gotta
Yeah.
respect that.
You know, despite, and we all have our own different religious beliefs. Despite that, I know people poke fun of him for it. He's still a hard ass motherfucker. Like that takes balls to be able to do that 6 times. 6 times to jump off that ramp.
You think after like the second time you started enjoying it? When do you think you started enjoying it?
I think after the first time he enjoyed it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, after the first time he
what?
starts getting a hard on, I was like, come on, give me another bike. And
Give me another bike. Gas up the next bike. Let's do
yeah,
it.
gas it up. I got this Ranger going. I want to keep it going.
Just steal like a raging boner. One of his. That should be one of the Easter eggs.
Oh my god, he's like
The video editing crew should just like leave his raging boner if he has one.
In the
like
final
he just has it's one of the blooper.
Yeah,
One of the
no,
blooper scenes,
not a
like
blooper, it's
I've got such a
no.
rager right now, and
No.
that was after what, the
It
third jump
It is an Easter egg hidden by the video editing
by
crew.
movie magic. It's like,
Tom Cruise doesn't even know about it. He doesn't know about it, and you have to be paying real close attention.
until it premiere.
they got that one guy whose job it is to edit out his boner.
Well, because it's not gonna be him.
What a sucky
'Cause,
job! You're gonna be
know,
staring at some other
you're
dude's
gonna be
crotch for
watching-
that.
You're gonna
Yeah.
watch the movie, right? All right, and the average individual is not gonna notice the boner inside the movie because there's a bunch of other shit
Well,
going on.
obviously not,
But
because you're not
but the
looking at his ding dong,
YouTubers-
dude.
but the YouTubers who super analyze fucking movies like this every single
Eventually,
day
it'll
Oh,
are
it'd
come
be
out.
going to
like
be like,
the.
look at this funny Easter egg in this Mission Impossible movie where
You
they
mean like the
didn't
super nerds
fucking
that like find the coffee cup that was sitting right there in one of the scenes?
exactly.
In Game of Thrones,
Except this one,
yeah.
they're like, look, they didn't fucking hide his bulge.
What's he feeding that thing? Look at it.
Goddamn.
It's not Katie Holmes.
Just saying, right?
I know. Well, getting back on topic for this one, the 5 people that we already named 3 of them, Shahzada Dawood and Suleiman Dawood. Also, Hamish Harding, chairman of Action Aviation, was on board. And we also had Paul Henry Nargalet. I might have butchered his last name. My apologies. But I read about this guy. He's pretty cool. Titanic's greatest explorer. He's done a lot of research on the Titanic. He was also on that submarine. Apparently, yeah, he was the guy that led 6 expeditions to the ship's wreckage. That's why he was given the title of Titanic's greatest explorer.
You see, I'm just saying, and I feel like there are more professional businesses out there that do expeditions to the Titanic. I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling I've heard about it before, But the difference being that these guys are following protocols
Right.
correctly.
Whose protocols?
Well, whatever.
They're self-created protocols or what?
Well, I'm sure they have their own protocols.
There's a body. There's
Yeah.
a body that controls all that. What do you think? What do you think the Navy and what Navy goes by?
I don't know.
They don't go by their own standards. there is a.
You don't make that sound very reassuring. If they went by their own standards, they'd all be dead.
Yeah, look, dude.
But the Titanic, where did it wreck?
I'm just letting you know, the military is still using military
Oh.
equipment from like Vietnam, dude. It's yes.
It just goes to show the quality of the equipment that was built back then.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Standing the test of time.
You stop it, Jose. They need to get with the times.
You have to think that the Army's still using Windows XP. They actually pay Microsoft to continue giving updates for Windows XP because everything they're running is on XP. Mm-hmm. And that it would just be too much.
Microsoft.
Everyone's used to that.
Yeah. It's cheaper to keep it running on XP for all the systems they're running versus updating everything. Yes.
Everything all at once.
Updating everything all at once. The government doesn't want to do that. It's like, you know what? Let's go for the cheapest method possible.
But regardless, I mean, there is a governing body.
Yeah, there's a government body of some kind that's actually
that
has the checks and balances that all these companies have to abide by on top of their I would imagine very rigorous, safety protocols.
Obviously not that rigorous.
Well, I guess not because like the CEO, the CEO himself is fucking dead. Stockton Rush, he was on the damn
sub.
Yeah, the damn submarine itself. He had that much confidence, that much cojones to think that look, it's fine, it's perfectly fine, we're fine. And my wife was actually telling me that supposedly there was rudimentary controls they're using, almost like a little joystick controller or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Well,
they were using
a $16 Bluetooth controller.
It was a Bluetooth controller?
Yeah, Bluetooth Logitech
controller. Oh my god, dude!
Yeah, $16. But they had backups. Don't worry, they had spares.
Oh, they had spares just in case the batteries died on that bitch. Okay,
this one broke.
This guy didn't fucking know, dude. Direct connection is always better.
A Bluetooth controller.
Yeah, dude. He didn't account for the lag time.
That's probably what happened. They lost control of the fucking thing because it lost connection.
And they lost pressure, and then boom.
Yeah.
Explosion.
Because I bet you what happened. What happens with Bluetooth controls? Like it takes in the last command, input it into the controller, and continues with it.
They lost connection.
Yeah, if you ever played on a console, right? Sometimes that'll happen. If you lose the connection, most games will just say, "Hey, please reconnect controller." But older games didn't do that. So if you lose connection, it would just keep running in the same direction that you were running in before, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the last input was is what it went with. So if they were descending and it lost connection, that was the last input the controller or the actual submarine had. So the onboard computer probably just thought, "Okay, we're still going down."
Right.
Or
keep going.
Or
right.
they couldn't put the command in to let go of the weights so they can go back up.
Well, it's actually
going down.
I think they're so. Here's what I found out: their ballasts. Was it weights or are they using ballasts like an actual submarine would?
Dude, they were using. So I don't know how to describe it, but in the video, it looked as though they got like 3 heavy metal construction pipes welded them
Oh my
together,
god.
and then that's what they use as the basilisk.
As the ballasts.
Ballast,
Because
whatever it is.
Basilisk. That's the giant
basilisk. It's
snake
just in
from
fucking Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets over here.
I was like, what?
No, I think it's something else. I think it's something else
Basilisk.
when I think that. I think of
They all turn to stone. That's why they kept.
That's why they
got so-
sank. Yeah,
That's why they
What are-
sank.
the captain locked
but
up. In
but
that stone.
regardless,
Yeah.
They got
Regardless.
that's what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I
That's what
would
it be.
because typically on a regular sized submarine, I see what you're saying. They have these giant pill looking things on the sides of it. Typically, there's these things called ballasts in them, and what it would
They
be
allow
used for,
seawater in
yeah, to increase or decrease the submarine's buoyancy.
buoyancy.
Right.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I guess because of how small of a sub it is, it doesn't really have
It's using
the
them as like weights.
yeah. But I would think that they would be designed to be something similar, right? Let in water, let out water. But if they're just welded to the side of this thing, then that doesn't make any sense. And how
Yeah, it
would
doesn't make
they?
any sense.
Yeah, unless they have
Gotta be-
like air pressure going to it, like how else would they control the buoyancy of the?
Got to be hollow and allows seawater in.
Yeah,
Out.
this fucking
think
thing
that-
looks like a giant pill.
Yeah. Like what you'd see in SpongeBob, like the little cars they
Yes.
have. Looks like one of those.
This, oh
Ye-
my God,
Like the Krabby
That-
Patty.
does not
No,
look
like the little cars that the bus,
Oh, the buses. Yeah. I know
Like
the
that.
red buses. Yeah.
red buses. Yeah, it's like
I know
that.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, certification issues it's gone through, lawsuits that ensued about this.
I mean, the red flags were everywhere too, and that's another
Yeah.
thing. People,
Yeah, totally
people
were.
again, they're not gonna have any remorse for people who
Chose
who chose this because
Right.
all the flags were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They signed
all
the
the-
waiver.
Yeah, they signed the death waiver, and then they also
That's what
got
it all
in-
comes down to, really. is
So
that
I
they
mean,
signed
so
I
the
mean,
death
I-
waiver.
they signed
you know,
they signed
honest.
away their lives to this. It was
Again,
really worth it.
at the end of the day, it's a human life that was lost, and we can say, we feel for the families, but it's just like, what's done is done. The internet's going ham on it, and I mean,
It's a free country.
you
Yeah.
can't blame them.
They
No,
chose
I
to do
know,
what they
I
wanted
know.
to do.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. It sucks for the families because obviously they're grieving, and then they have to deal with all this crap if they're even anywhere online. Which today everyone's on social media, I would figure.
Yeah.
But
Just stay offline, like
Yeah,
one of the-
just
like,
go dark.
Disconnect
like the
for a
great,
bit. Yeah.
like the great
Yeah.
Stoics,
Go dark
don't-
like your family members in that sub.
Wow, Jose, holy shit,
I'm
that
sorry,
was
what did you say?
dark, dude.
They were permanently dark. Okay. They went
Jesus.
dark. They're not coming back.
permanently.
Permanently.
This is
yeah.
Bravo 6 going dark permanently.
For the last time. Signing out. Peace.
Oh my god, that one caught me
That's
off
over.
guard. I was not expecting that.
Kind of like those people in that sub.
Yeah, no shit. Ouch, man. That one kind of hurts.
Can you imagine how that happened though? Like you're in the sub, all of a sudden, what? Did
I-
you even see it coming? Did you hear anything?
No, I
No
mean you'd
pain?
probably
No,
hear
or was
it
it
would
just
have
that's the
happened.
thing.
instant explosion?
Yeah, it happens
They
in
said it happened
seconds.
within seconds.
Yeah,
So they probably
It-
didn't suffer. Okay.
hopefully not.
Hopefully
But
not.
look, I would just say go and watch the YouTube, and it's an informative video. It's just like all digital stuff they show, but go and watch it. They tell you what happens like second by second when an implosion occurs. It's very morbid sounding, but there's a science behind everything, like why it happens, what exactly happens at that point, and you can only imagine just how I can't even come up with the words for
And
it.
I think I remember the video. In one of the videos I've seen, it's like basically you're dying multiple times in a
Yes,
second.
exactly. You're being killed 3 times over. If not by fire, by being crushed, or by being drowned. The high pressure water throwing everything at you, anything that's bolted to the sides, that's ricocheting and going through you like a lead bullet. So it's not a fun way to die. I mean, there's no fun way to die unless you're skydiving like Nigel over here.
Then you hit a rock or something.
On your way down, yeah, just a stray rock mid-flight, right?
You went out with a bang.
Literally.
But yeah, fair. I think that's what people were saying. At least if since it shows signs of it being an implosion, it was a quick death.
Yes.
I would hope and I know it's morbid to say that, but I would hope it was a very quick and painless death.
Yeah,
It would,
that's all you can really hope for at this point. 'Cause
Yeah.
now we know they're dead. We just have to hope they didn't suffer when they died.
yeah, because
That's all we know.
that would be worse to live with, for those family
Mhm.
members. But
People should just stop exploring the Titanic. Like, what are you doing?
or
Like, what's
or
the-
or just do it the
Doing
right way.
and
you know?
send
I'm
a
not
robot
saying-
to do it for
You know,
you.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
it was something I saw online. It was like you can't scientifically find anything new sue on things that have already been researched.
I think they just
Like-
wanted to go see it. It was one of those things
Yeah.
where they just wanted to go visit it and be and just say,
But
"Hey,
like some
I
news
saw the
peop- some-
Titanic in person."
Some news
I was
articles were all
physically
like,
there.
"Oh, they're
Yeah.
doing it for science and research." I'm like, "Well, what are
Bullshit.
they researching?"
They're not
Like,
researching anything.
Bullshit.
like it's already
Bullshit.
researched.
Yeah.
You know, and
They've
again,
already
you know,
had
it's
their
like-
specials. They've already
They
had
wouldn't be
their
charging
movies, their
Mhm.
$250,000
shows.
and you
for a
have
ticket.
more professional companies that do stuff like this that
With
do
real
follow the
submarines.
rules.
Yeah.
With legitimate submarines.
Legitimate submarines. Yeah.
Not this pill
some
bottle thing you just shoved everyone
pill
into.
bottle, SpongeBob.
You know,
Bridge
not
Bus
only
looking
that, why not take a look at whenever you're building you're building the submarine, why not overdo it then undercut it? Because it seemed
Yeah.
a lot like the owner liked to cut corners.
thing.
Oh yeah, I
Pastor
mean
Steve.
he was being
that
sued.
guy.
They were trying to sue him. Like there's the aviation company was trying to sue him because like they came across several safety concerns, right? And then for some reason they tried to countersue. It's like,
You
well,
gonna
what the
sue
fuck?
me? I'm gonna sue you.
Yeah, what the
man.
fuck
Well,
are you trying to
yeah,
countersue for? Like, look, if they're obviously trying to sue you
You're in the
because like
wrong.
you're doing something wrong, then I think maybe you should take a step back and reevaluate what it is you're doing.
Yeah. Like, why are they suing me?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe I should listen.
Maybe I
Nope.
should. No, instead you got
greedy
the
bastard
old,
decided to
old
be
American
stupid.
fashion of, you know what? Countersue. Bam.
screw you.
like Donald Trump all over again. You sue me, I sue you.
Yeah. Let's see who wins the battle of attrition.
Exactly. Like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp all over again.
Yeah. Who's got the deepest pockets for this one?
Totally.
Well,
Oh my God.
Well,
Well,
I guess in the scope of things, he lost.
yeah. I know he
Because
lost.
he's dead.
In more ways than one, he lost.
In more ways than one, he lost. The court of public opinion, he lost.
Court of public.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I'll tell you who else is going to lose in court. This guy in Rhode Island. Rhode Island woman hears buzzing noise while preparing to shower, and then finds a drone with a camera peeping into her bathroom window.
oh no, dude! It
Now-
was only a matter of time.
Wait. No, I've heard about this. This has been a thing ongoing for years since drones first became a thing with cameras on
Yep.
them. But it's been a good minute before I've heard any stories in the news about it. Now we've got another one here. He's like, you know what? I'm going to take my chances. And he took his chances and he lost. So,
Real scumbag type shit right there.
yeah.
So, is he facing like voyeurism charges or like espionage charges?
Well, let's
Probably
take a
more
look.
voyeurism. right?
I would think voyeurism.
Those things aren't quiet, you know.
No,
like
they're
that's
not.
that's the thing.
yeah, no
is
wonder
they're
she
not
heard
quiet.
buzzing noise.
Oh, it gets better. Okay, so here, let me just.
Sure. Better. Story's sounding great already. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, dude. We already got a peeping tom.
Peeping creep over here.
Yeah, no, it gets better with
Gets
what he
pretty good.
is. I'll tell you.
Okay,
And it makes
all right.
sense. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yes, it
Hands
makes
up.
sense as why he was doing this. So, officers with the Cranston Police Department responded to the woman's home Wednesday night call about a buzzing noise out of her window, as we've established. Drone quickly moved away when the woman approached. The woman told officers it hit a branch and fell to the ground. She actually went out and grabbed it before it took off and submerged it into her pool to disable it. Smart woman, very smart.
Right. Right.
Well, officers were able to deduce who it belonged to. Operator of the drone was eventually determined to be Christopher Jones, a man identified by the police as a convicted sex offender.
wow. This is why you should not let convicted sex offenders out. Just
No.
Leave them there. Leave them behind bars. What do you do?
Don't they got to register for some shit?
Oh, and
Yeah,
and
he was
you,
a
yeah,
registered
they have to be on the sex offender list. Oh, and you were right. He was one count of video voyeurism.
Mhm.
So you called it.
Voyeurism. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Voyeurism. Yeah, when you're peeping on somebody, it's
Ooh,
voyeurism.
Voyeurism.
Yeah.
That's the legal term.
Oh hell yeah. What a scumbag, dude. Seriously.
Total scumbag. Fuck that guy.
God.
Freaking peeping toms, dude.
He should have been on that sub.
You know what? Yeah, they should send the they should
Wonder how he
send
got all
the
that
sex
money.
offenders out there. Put them on. You know how like they
Put them on some subs.
yeah.
There you go.
yeah, there
Give
you
them
go. Risk their lives, not the lives
For
of
the
people
sake
who
of
are innocent people.
research.
What do you think of, hey, you know what? It's a good question, guys. What do you think about that? What do you think about using death row inmates for deep sea experimentation?
Experimentation? You mean exploration or You say
What are they
experimentation.
Oh
experimenting
yeah,
with?
yeah, of
Sounds
course,
like,
of course, of course, yeah, of course.
I mean,
of
they're
course.
still
There we
people.
go. Yeah, of course.
No, yeah, of course. Of course, exploration.
Exploration, of course.
Like vaccine testing or
But
or
you
what?
know, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like to have them like go down there.
Oh no, I get you. If you could see
You
me,
get it.
wink, wink.
Yeah,
But it's a
totally
genuine
right.
question. What do you think about it? I
For dangerous exploration situations like that, yeah, sure, definitely. Because like you got to think about it. Why have someone else risk their life for it when they could potentially die versus someone who's already on death row?
right.
What do
You
they
And
get
know,
why
to lose?
risk their lives?
yeah.
Send them down
I mean, yeah,
for the
they're
information
yeah.
gathering.
You
You know what
know,
I mean?
the other thing is like, would that be more money that we're paying taxpayer wise or less?
Yeah, and how would that work too? Because I mean, then you would have to
I
there would
mean,
have to be some
waivers.
form of incentive, right? I mean, if
No,
to
there's no
get the guy to.
incentive. Why would there be an incentive for him?
Well, I mean, they're already
He's
on
gonna
death row,
die. He's gonna die sooner or later, right?
of
Why not
course.
just
But
why not give him the magical experience of seeing the ocean before his ass gets imploded?
we'll make your life comfortable. How about that? We'll
His
just be like,
ass
hey,
gets imploded.
we'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
buddy,
You worded that one right.
we're
You
gonna
worded that one right.
have you on this new program. We'll have
Great
you on
job.
this new program. We're gonna need you
Great
to go
job.
down to this floor depth.
Hey, you said it, not me.
I know.
I
I
just
wasn't
feel
even
like-
thinking about it when I said it. I just said it.
Do you think
Just
people
for
would?
thinking.
Do you think people are more accepting of implementing a system like that nowadays?
No.
I would.
I think they're less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. What were you about to say? What were you about to say, Jesus?
Yeah.
What were you about to say,
describe?
Jesus?
I was gonna say maybe, but
Mm.
it depends.
I'll be. Hey, Jesus, you want to know something?
What's that?
I'm okay with a system like that. Yeah, they're on death row. Come on.
Well, no,
They're
that's what
snapped.
I'm-
What are they
that's
gonna
what
do?
I'm saying.
You know?
What are they
That's what
gonna
I'm
do?
saying. You know, it's like, look, do you want lethal injection, death by fire squad, death by hanging, death by electric
or do you want human rights violation? What do you want?
I mean, technically, your rights are being violated on death row, as it is.
I
You
mean,
know.
that's what I'm.
Depending on who
Yeah,
you
but
talk
that's
to,
just.
yeah.
So,
That's what, just
do you
I don't
want
know,
one
man.
of those, which it could? Because they've been botched deaths with the lethal injection, right?
Right,
Some of
you
them
see?
survived.
Some people don't die. Some people
No.
just get,
But hey, if your
Sleepy.
ass is imploded, you die.
they lose a couple chromosomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, if you're down there and you're subject to Mother Nature,
Yeah.
thousands of
At
feet
least it
below
won't
the
be
sea.
a human doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least it's not us.
And
the ocean,
and if he comes back, I mean, if he comes
yeah, if you
back,
come back,
you know,
hey,
the
Science
guards
hey,
could just
what did-
pop one in his head. It's like, oh, he died out in the ocean. I don't know what happened.
what did you
Imploded.
see out there? How was your exploration? Did you have fun?
Did you
Or-
take notes?
Or you could pack
Yeah,
that bitch
welcome
with a
back.
bunch of C4 and just cause an implosion below.
Your findings will be someone else will take credit for them.
Yes,
Yes.
it will be revolutionary.
Thanks for your-
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary to science.
There we
Can't
go.
thank you enough.
This is all in the name of science.
No, and honestly, man, and
It's gonna be a
isn't that
special on
what it's
Discovery
for?
Channel.
At the end of the day, isn't that what it's for?
I guess,
science?
yeah, technically, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
you
we need to explore the underwater. I don't want to do it. You're on death row.
You,
You're gonna do it.
yeah, you're
you
gonna
do
do
it.
it. You
You're
don't
gonna
have
do
a
it. You're
say.
Yeah.
It's either that, or we just shoot you in the back of the head. I mean,
So what do you want?
I mean, realistically, that's what's going to happen in a
Delay-
firing squad, right?
Delay the inevitable, or get it over with right now.
Yeah. Which get over right now. It saves us money, taxpayer wise. I mean, you know,
I doubt
but-
that's gonna save money.
Delaying the inevitable. Hey, man.
no, but
you
it'd
might,
probably be entertaining.
Exploration is not.
you might catch Oprah tonight.
She might interview
You know, you
people
might-
behind this. You know.
Yeah,
You
she
know?
might interview him just to.
She might
Oh.
interview John. John's your what do the writers use for like their fake personas?
John Doe.
Uh, Yeah, like their little is that what they are? It's like John your John Doe is gonna be interviewed today.
Yeah.
You know? It's so
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, it figure I would think that a system like that I wouldn't be surprised if something like that was talked about here in our lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, it probably could. Here's something that is being talked in our lifetime, though, and I never thought I'd see this either. Las Vegas property company names streets after Pokemon characters.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, Las Vegas.
That honestly, man, I'll be quite frank with you. I think that's stupid.
Okay.
I think
you don't want to go down
neighborhood?
Squirtle Lane,
Squirtle, yeah, you don't
Jigglypuff
live
Place,
on
Snorlax Lane,
not
Pikachu
in
Palace.
not in
Charizard
Las
Boulevard.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Not in
something like
Las
that.
Vegas, dude.
It's Vegas.
Maybe in
It's
like
Centric City.
Yeah, it's Vegas.
Maybe-
Yeah, it's Vegas.
heck no. Maybe
Vegas,
in like
baby.
someplace it would make way more sense somewhere in Japan.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that makes more sense. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. Vegas is.
I mean, do something
speaking of
else in
which-
Vegas. Maybe start doing name streets after I don't know, Walter White Road. It's just something
After-
like that.
after some of our
Characters in
own.
TV shows?
Yeah,
after our Breaking Bad.
Well, then
or
why not do that
something.
in Hollywood?
yeah.
Or do that in
Blue-
Albuquerque, New Mexico, where Breaking Bad was
Oh,
Meth-
that's a good
Blue
idea.
Meth
Yeah.
Drive.
Blue Meth Drive.
Better
See?
call Saul Lane.
Saul
Yeah,
Lane.
see, Saul
Yeah.
Lane. There you go. See, just
Goodman
boom.
Drive. There you go.
Why do we
There
got to
you
take
go.
Pokemon, dude?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. That's just my take on it. I don't feel like that's a good idea. It just makes a lot more sense to be put in Japan. Just put it in Japan.
yeah. I mean, she did it because both her sons are really into Pokemon right now, and they gave her the idea. But I'm just kind of curious. Isn't that going to be a kind of a copyright thing with Nintendo?
might be.
Nintendo is very well known for stop putting. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the Japanese companies are like Toki Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball Z. He, you remember when we told you about DBZ Abridged, Jose?
Yeah. No.
Well,
What?
we told you about it a
Talk
while
about
back, but it's an
Okay.
abridged series that these guys here, Team 4-Star, they made their own brand and everything off of the Dragon Ball Z franchise. But they always, at the beginning of every episode, said, please support the official release. Well, Toriyama didn't like that, so he came after their asses and tried to sue them like crazy.
Did he win?
I don't know.
So-
I mean, I think they came to an agreement of some kind because
Mhm,
Team 4-Star was able to finish up until what was it, the Cell Saga?
mhm.
Like two different sagas of the show. They
I
were
think
able to
got.
finish up.
I think they
into.
got pretty rattled after that. I think they got pretty
Yeah.
rattled after that, and they stopped. They
was
and I
just-
think they. In fact, you know what? Did they stop the abridged series altogether?
Well, they finished it after Cell.
But I'm talking about the abridged
For, like,
series,
everything?
like everything.
I think they did because they were moving off to make their own cartoon or something.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
actually
okay.
saw them with my wife during one of the San Japan conventions. I think it was 2018,
Ooh,
2019.
Japan, look at
They
me,
were-
I
they
go
were there-
Japan,
Yeah, they were there
konnichiwa.
as guests, and they were talking.
Bitches.
One of the guys from the audience was asking him, like, "Are you gonna do a Majin Buu saga?" And they just came out and just straight up said, "No, then we're gonna finish it with the Cell saga because there's just been so many different
Because
things
legal
legal wise
rights.
they've been dealing with. It was just too much of a headache to deal with Toriyama, right? So they just figured we're gonna stop after this and then just cut our losses with that at that point because their
got you.
original channel got shut down and they had to open a new channel on YouTube because of it. And I mean that's just the Japanese companies for you, man. Like those guys, they
But
don't.
could you sue? Can you really sue people over that? Like naming a street name after something like that?
Well, because technically it is Nintendo's IP.
Trademark.
Yeah, well, it's
IP.
part of their trademark, Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Pocket Monsters. You use anything from what they created. Obviously, they're going to want. Well, I don't know. I mean, do you get any money out of naming them for that?
Yeah, I mean, do you get anything
Good
out of
question.
adopting a highway? Like,
A better highway?
so I don't know. Maybe you tell me. I just
Yeah.
don't. I don't
That's
know
a-
if
that's a good
Nintendo's
question.
going to sue over that.
I mean, if they're not making money off of it, right? There's no royalties to be paid for it because it's not a commodity. You're not selling it. It's just something someone is residing on,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't
Pay
think
Nintendo tax. Pay that Nintendo tax.
we need a lawyer to tell us.
I need my 20
Anyone
gold
in
coins
legal
for
out
today.
there, email us and let us know. Or
Yeah, we should
make a
probably stop
comment on
talking
our
about it. We
YouTube
Have
have
you
video.
taken
no
your
idea.
daily intake of mushrooms today?
All right, Mario.
These
Oh,
pipes aren't the standard color green.
these pipes aren't going to clean themselves. Oh
I see you
boy.
don't have a flower that eats animals. When are you gonna put one? You need one on this street, on
Yeah.
Nintendo Street.
Oh, speaking of animals, I got two great stories that go hand in hand here. So I don't know if y'all heard this one. Russian family selling their wish granting cat for $127,000.
And who's gonna buy that?
I don't know, dude.
Somebody
Who
who's
the
very superstitious. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
someone who's
Someone-
very,
I need
very
proof.
superstitious. Yeah, I get it. Exactly.
fucking
We need
proof of this bitch?
We need proof that it works. I need proof. You can't just claim this, because then I can claim that my cat is that.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's her proof. Woman claims that the cat was responsible for getting her or for her getting 2 apartments and a car simply by asking the cat to grant her wish.
And
What
she's
was
saying
that?
that the cat conversation correlated to
Has she
Yeah.
asked for
Apartments
anything
and cars?
else?
Yeah, she's saying that they say that a 4th wish hasn't happened, so they are willing to let the cat go and help another family out. So
The-
3 wishes is all you get.
Jesus.
It's a fucking cat genie.
So what happened? You used up
I
all
want
3
infinite
wishes?
wishes.
I guess so.
So is the cat even going to be granting any more wishes in the future?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Maybe that's just like a one life thing. You know what I mean?
One life, so you got to kill the cat, skin it, and get it to its next life, right? 9 lives, 27
Then you
wishes.
can get 3 more wishes. Yeah.
Oh my god! Just dome the cat and see if it gets you 3 more.
I mean, because then what's gonna happen? And then okay, so someone's gonna, if someone buys that cat, dude, we have to follow up on that, because if someone buys that cat, we gotta know.
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
We
hey,
have
man,
to
you
know.
bought that cat. Did it grant you any wishes?
We need to know. Did it grant you
Or
a
did you get
wish?
ripped off?
Oh yeah.
He probably got ripped off. He's going to get ripped off. Anybody who pays that is going to get ripped off.
Yeah, it sounds like a scam to me.
It sounds like it's being sold by some gypsy woman.
Well, it is in Russia.
They're going through it right now in Russia, so they probably need money.
Yeah,
Like, let me just convince people that this cat can grant wishes and
This is the holy.
I
cat.
know.
the holy grail of cats.
Yeah.
Golly. Well, here's a holy grail of a job here. Probably the easiest job for the money, too. Billionaires offering dog nanny job with $127,000 salary.
Dude, a dog nanny
Nanny.
job for
Dog walker.
$127,000 a year.
Yeah.
That is
Oh.
okay. Does it pay for? Well, actually, where is it at?
This is in the UK, but apparently they had to pull their ad because they received
got-
so many requests. Yeah, so many job applications.
Yeah,
imagine.
dude. Everyone wants to be a fuck. Dude, are you kidding me? They're set at that point.
Yeah, $127,000 salary.
Just
My
to walk the
question
dog.
is, how much is that family making?
They're billionaires.
billionaires.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're
billionaires.
billionaires. It's nothing to them.
First role
Kind.
they've offered of its
Yeah.
kind. Apparently, yeah, dude. You know what? Let me have that as a side job. That
Are we reaching a point where people are so rich that
they can't
willing...
walk their own damn dogs?
No, not that. Where they're just willing to pay like a 6-figure salary for the most benign of jobs.
Oh, it's a
Yep.
live-in dog nanny job too. So it's house home. Yeah, this care and attention entailed feeding, grooming, coordinating vet appointments, vaccinations, and health checkups.
Oh.
That's
But
pretty
still, that's not-
simple. That's
not-
like
yeah, it's not difficult at all.
that's just owning a dog.
Yeah.
Here's another thing though.
So then what's the point
You
of
have
having
to-
the dog?
You know
Hold
what?
on.
I'm not going to question it.
Hold on.
127
Here's another-
smackaroos.
You know,
I
here's one
ain't
thing you have to work
questioning.
on. You know, here's one thing you really have to work on. You have to work on making sure that dog doesn't choose you over that family.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
The moment that family notices that dog is paying way more attention to you than it is to them, hey, we're only paying you to take care of the dog. We're not taking care of you. We're not paying you to be the owner
the dog,
But-
steal the dog away from the family.
from
That's
us.
essentially what's happening. The dog's going to cater. The dog's going to want to be with whoever's taking
Hey.
care of it.
Hey, are you? Hey, I'm
True.
paying you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause that's-
paying you
that's the thing.
$127,000 a year, buddy. That dog's supposed to be licking my balls, not yours.
Well, rub some of that nutty peanut butter on it. Maybe he'll come back.
You know
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
Like, that's just the...
Slather some
that
jelly
I
on
could
that
see,
bitch.
yeah, I could see some issue with that, especially like that. There could be some difficulty there, and then you're on the premise as well.
Yeah.
Not only that, like, is the dog staying with you? Is the dog staying in their
No,
house?
it's
You
at their
know?
house. It's at their
Okay.
house. Yeah. It's a live-in nanny position.
This whole nanny position. Are you gonna have to follow the rules of like everyone else? Or are you gonna have to be? Because I
Probably.
imagine they probably have like butlers, nannies,
Yeah.
stuff like
I mean,
that. Am I gonna have to
I mean,
wear a uniform?
yes.
No. I'm gonna say fuck no. You fucking no.
It's part of the gig, man.
It's part of the whole kip and caboodle there.
I promise you, dog, a very, very long life, but I ain't
Oh,
wearing that
yeah.
uniform.
So what happens when the dog passes away?
You're fired.
You fire you lose-
Retirement,
you get laid off?
early retirement, dude.
Ah,
But,
that
I
sucks.
mean,
give you
get laid
But
off.
think about it. Think about it. $127,000. If you play your cards right, and that dog lives for about 5 or 6 years, you could have a lot of money saved over for retirement.
That's true.
I mean, I guess.
I
But
mean, they're
still.
paying for
If
everything
you're
else.
smart with your money, and you're not just going out like buying a
And
fucking
spending.
Maserati, a Bugatti, or whatever.
Jose, everything is being taken care of for you, dude.
Yes, you're being fed. I'm thinking you're being fed. You're given a
I
place
don't
to
know.
live.
That's
All
true.
you have to
No
do
rent.
is, rent free. All you have to do is love on the dog, make sure the dog is taken care of, which is like the easiest thing to do. It's
Uh-huh.
just called owning a pet.
Yeah. But why doesn't this family want to take care of the dog themselves?
They're
It's
too
too
busy
easy
counting
to-
their
Is it
money.
a psycho dog? Is it like a?
They want to do other things,
Ferocious
dude.
dog?
They just
No.
want a dog just to have a dog.
Are they afraid
Yeah.
of the dog? Like, you know what? Let's let
No.
some other asshole
No, they
deal
just
with
want a
this
dog.
psycho dog.
Psycho dog. Oh yeah, if you're stuck with a psycho dog that just like rips everything up and tries to
joke.
chomp your balls off, and then we
joke.
got a problem. But for $127,000, I'm willing to take those chances. Yeah. Okay. Well, we had a couple more stories today, but we really kind of cut into the Titanic story because that was the biggest one out there in the news today.
I'm sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine. That was great. This is great. Yeah, very, very informative, very entertaining. So, hey, everyone, check us out on Spotify, any other platform out there for podcasting that you may enjoy. And check us out on YouTube for our YouTube podcast that'll be out later this week. Until then, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace out, everybody.
Tacos.